Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today's our lecture is class 9 subjects physics chapter number 7. Name of the chapter, as you know already, properties of matter. Topic of today's lecture will be, we will discuss about problem 7.9 to 7.12. And pages covered will be 166. Please open page number 166 because we are going to start numerical 7.9. 7.9 to 7.12 we are going to solve the numerical. Okay. So this is a chapter we are doing, unit number 7. The name of the chapter is properties of matter. I repeat, unit number 7, properties of matter. As we have finished this chapter, now we are going to solve problem 7.9. Page number 166 of your 9th class textbook, chapter number 7, numerical, problem number 7.9. Okay, please open page 166. First of all, I read the numerical statement for you. 7.9. An object has weight 18 Newton in air. Its weight is found to be 11.4 Newton when immersed in water. Calculates its density. Can you guess the material of the object? I repeat the numerical problem again. An object has weight 18 Newton in air. Its weight is found to be 11.4 Newton when immersed in water. Calculate its density. Can you guess the material of the object? First of all, I write the given data. E has told us weight of the object in air. I say weight of the object is denoted with W1 when the object is in air. Its weight is W1, which is equal to 18 Newton, given to me. Also, when it is immersed in water, so weight will be in water will be W2, which is denoted with W2, which is also given to me 11.4. As you know, the density of water, which is understood, and you can find this on the table. Density under the topic density. Density of water is denoted with rho, equals to 1000, and its unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter. Kilogram m raised to the power minus 3. Density of water is rho, which is understood. As you know, the value of g is acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second scale. Similarly, density of water is given in the table under the topic density. Rho is equal to 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. To find what we want to find out, density of object. I say density of object is not with capital D. So solution, we know the formula. Density of water D equals to W1 over W1 minus W2 multiplied by rho. If you substitute the values, W1 is 18 Newton, it's given, excuse me, and W2 is 11.4. I just substitute the values, W1 is 18. Again, I will put W1 again 18 and W2 is 11.4. And the density of water is 1000. You know the density of water is also given to me rho, which is equal to 1000. So it is 18 minus 11.4, you will get 6.6. If you subtract 18 minus 11.4, you will get 6.6. The 18 divided by 6.6 multiplied by 1000. If you use the calculator and solve it, 18 multiplied by 1000 divided by 6.6, you will get 2727 kilogram per cubic meter, which is the density of object. So density of object is 2727 kilogram per cubic meter. So density unit is kilogram per cubic meter. So so 2727 is the, if you look at the table on page number 147, table number 7.1, please open page 147, density and table 7.5. If you look at the table 7.7, the 2700 is the density of aluminium. Density of aluminium is 2700 kilogram per cubic meter. So our material, he also asked us what type of material it is. So since the density is 2727, which is the density of aluminium. So our material is aluminium. My result will be density of object, and the object is aluminium because the density of aluminium is found to be 2727 kilogram per cubic meter. So this is the end of the problem, the 7.9. So I'm going to start other one, which is 7.10, problem number 7.10. Again, I'm going to start, which is on page number 166. Please open 166 page for this problem 7.10. I read the statement of the numerical 7.10 first for you. A solid block of wood of density 0.6 gram per centimeter cube weighs 3.06 Newton in air. Determine A, volume of the block, B, the volume of the block immersed when placed freely in a liquid of density 0.9 gram per centimeter cube. A solid block of wood density, a solid block of wood density has, the density of solid block is denoted, I take it capital D. Solid block density is given to me, which is 0.6 gram per centimeter cube. Weight of block in air, its weight is 3.06. These are all things given to me. Given data, density of the solid block, it is noted with capital D, which is given to me 0.6 gram per centimeter cube. And weight of the block in air is, I represented this with W, and W is equal to 3.06 Newton. And density of liquid is also given to me, which is 0.9 gram per centimeter cube. Here we are asked to find volume of the block. First thing, volume of the to find volume of block is equal to V1, and volume of block when immersed. Whenever you see the term immersed means when dipped into the water. Okay, volume of block is V1. We need to find out, and when volume of block when immersed, when dipped into the water, I say this is V2. So these two volumes we are required. We want to find out. So you know the W is equal to mg formula. From W is equal to mg formula, I separate out mass because mass is not given to me. And why we are using mass? Because in formula, density formula, we need mass. That's why I'm finding out mass. So since weight was given to me and G, value of G is understood, so I will just put the values and I will find the mass. Mass will be in kilogram, I will find in kilograms. So W is given to me 3.06 and the value of G is 10. If you divide 3.06 divided by 10, it will comes M mass is equal to 0.306 kilogram, right? So since all the density and the density the centimeter cube, so we will remain it gram per centimeter cube. So we will remain it in, we will convert this into gram. How can we convert this into gram? So kilo means 1000. If you just 0.306 multiply 1000, you will get 306 grams. So mass will be in grams is 306 grams. Why we didn't convert? You might be thinking why we didn't remain it in kilogram, because our density is given to us in grams per centimeter cube. That's why I converted mass into grams in order to find the density in order to find the volume in centimeter cube. Okay. So I converted mass into grams. So you know the volume of block is denoted with V1. As you know, volume of block is I denoted this V1. So V1 is equal to M over D. You know the density formula. Density is equal to mass per unit volume. So from that formula, I separate out V. So V1 is the volume of the block, because firstly I'm finding out volume of block, which I denoted with V1. So that will be M over capital D. Here mass I found 306, and density of the block, solid block, is 0.6 gram per centimeter 6, then gram per centimeter cube. So 306 divided by 0.6, you will get 510.4 centimeter cube. So our volume of the block is found to be 510.4 centimeter cube, which is the unit of volume is centimeter cube. And then we need to find out volume of the block when immersed. I represented this volume of the block when immersed with V2. Again, I will use the same formula. V2 is equal to M over rho, but this time you will not take density of the object, you will take the density of the liquid, because we are going to dip the object into the liquid. So the formula will be, here D will be replaced with rho, because these are two the densities, but this is the density of the liquid and this is the density of the object. There's a little bit difference. Capital D is the density of the object when not immersed. V2 is the rho is the density of the object when it is immersed into the water. Immersed means when it is dipped into the water. So I say V2 is equal to M over C. Same formula, density is equal to mass per unit volume. From that, V2 is equal to M over rho. So mass is 306 grams, and in this case, density of the liquid is denoted with 0.9. So just substitute 0.9 over here, and if you divide this 306 by 0.9, you will get 340 centimeter cube. So I repeat the 7.10. A solid block of wood of density 0.6 gram per centimeter cube weighs 3.06 Newton in air. Determine volume of the block, and the second thing, the volume of the block when immersed. When placed freely in liquid of the density is 0.9 gram per centimeter cube. Here, density of the solid block I denoted with capital D, which is equal to 0.6 gram per centimeter cube. This student, these things are given to me. Density of the solid block I denoted with capital D, and weight of the block in air is also given to me, that I denoted this with W. So W is equal is 3.06 Newton. It's given to me. Density of liquid is denoted with rho. There is a difference between these two densities. This density is the density of the solid block, but this density is the density of the water. Okay, density of the liquid, any liquid, right? It is also given to me. So two densities, there's a little bit difference. Capital D is the solid density of the solid block, and liquid density is denoted with rho, which is also given to me 0.9 gram per centimeter cube. Here we are asked to find volume of the block. I represented volume of the block with V1, and volume of block when immersed, when it is dipped into the water, the volume is to be V2. I denoted this with the letter V2. So in this numerical, we were not given mass. So first of all, I will find the mass, because why I'm finding the mass, because in our volume formula, in our density formula or volume formula, we need the mass. So first of all, I will find the mass. But how will I find the mass? By using the formula W is equal to mg. From that formula, I separate out mass, and mass will be W by G, right? So W is 3.06. Here you can see W is 3.06 and G is 10. So if you divide 3.06 by 10, you will get 0.306 kilogram. And 0.36 kilogram, because we converted this into gram, because our density is not in kilogram per centimeter cube, it is given to us gram per centimeter cube. That's why I'm keeping mass, converting mass into grams. So how will you convert this 0.306 kilograms into grams? By multiply with 1000. You know the kilo is 1000. If you multiply this, you will get 306 grams. And volume of block, first of all, we want to find out the volume of the block, and the formula is density is equal to mass per unit. volume mass per density is equal to mass per unit volume. From that formula, separate out volume. Volume is V1 is equal to m over d. But student, in this case, we will use density, this density, volume of the object, because we are finding the volume of the block. So in this case, I will use the solid density of the solid block. So density of the solid block is 0.6 and the mass is 306 gram. So if you divide this, you will get 510.4 centimeter cube, which is the unit of volume. Unit of volume is centimeter cube, which is the smaller, but the bigger unit is, standard unit is meter cube. But in this case, centimeter cube is also the unit of volume, but it is a smaller unit of the volume. It is not the SI1. V1 is equal to 510.4 centimeter cube. Again, volume of the block when immersed, because these two things were required. So first of all, I found volume of the block, next volume of the block when dipped into the water. So I represented this V2. I will use this one m over rho. In this case, I will not use the density of the solid block, but in this case, I will use density of the liquid, which is 0.9. But my mass will be same. Mass is in kilograms is 306 and density is 0.9. So so if you divide this 306 divided by 0.9, you will find 340 centimeter cube, which is the volume of the block when immersed. So our problem 7.2 continue. V1 I just found, I show you. V1 is 510.4 and V2 is 340 centimeter cube. So my result will be V1 is equal to 510.4 centimeter cube and V2 is 340 centimeter cube. So these two volumes were required. V1 is the volume of the block and V is the volume of the block when immersed. V2 is the volume of the block when immersed. So now I'm moving towards problem 7.11. First of all, I read the numerical statement first. 7.11 is the diameter of the piston of hydraulic press is 30 centimeter. The diameter of the piston of hydraulic press is 30 centimeter. How much force is required to lift a car weighing 20,000 Newton on its piston if the diameter of the piston of the pump is 3 centimeter? So when we read the hydraulic press in our topic, if you open page number 153, so I told you when we studied the applications of the Pascal's law and when we studied the hydraulic press on page number 152 to 53, I told you I will use the two diameters or two pistons. One is a small piston and one is the big piston. So here that's why he is taking a diameter of the one of the hydraulic press and one of the, I will show you one of the piston of the pump. So one is bigger one and one is the smaller one. So that's why I'm this numerical is regarding the topic hydraulic press. Okay. So in hydraulic press, if you memorize, you recall hydraulic press, you can see there is a two diameters. There are two pistons, so there are the two diameters involved. So in formula we have radius. That's why I'm converting diameter into radius, and you know the radius is half of the diameter. So first of all, I write the given data. Diameter of diameter of piston of hydraulic press. This one is diameter of piston of hydraulic press, which is, I took it capital D, which is 30 centimeter is given. So you know I converted diameter into radius because in formula we require a radius, not the diameter. That's why I divide this. Radius is the half of the diameter, so 30 d by 2. So 30 I put d is equal to 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15 centimeter. But this is in centimeter. We convert this because the radius is the length. So unit of length is meter. That's why I am dividing this with 100 to convert this into SI unit of radius. SI unit of radius is the length. So meter is the SI unit of the radius. So 15 divided by 100, I will get 0.15 meter. So I told you when we studied the hydraulic press, there are two pistons involved. So one I found the radius of the hydraulic press, which is 0.15 meter. Now I'm moving towards the piston of pump. And you know the diameter of the piston of pump is also given to me. I represented with small d. It is a bigger one, that's why I'm taking capital D. It is a smaller one. Piston of the pump, it is smaller one. So this is a smaller piston, that's why I'm represented with diameter with small d, which is 3 centimeters. So and again I'm going to find the radius of piston of pump by dividing d divided by 2. You know that radius is half of the diameter. So 3 diameter is 3 and 3 divided by 2, I will get 1.5 centimeter, which is the radius of the piston of pump. So 1 point, again convert this into meter by dividing this with 100. 1.5 divided by 100, it's gonna be 0.015 meter. So it is the SI unit of the radius, right? Again, what is given to me, car weight is also given me, which I W, and it is F2, which is 20,000 Newton. It's also given me weighing car. If you look at the numerical statement, you in the lift a car weighing 20,000 means F2 is given to me 20,000 Newton. These all things are given to me, but the only thing I did this, I converted this diameter into radius, and then I converted centimeter into meter. Similarly, this is diameter, this small piston diameter is 3 centimeter. I converted this into radius by dividing this 2, and then convert this into, by dividing 100, I converted this into meter, because the SI unit of the radius is meter. This is also given to me. This is already in standard. So force is in standard unit Newton. So I don't need to convert this. So car weighing F2 is noted with F2, letter F2, which is given to me 20,000 Newton. Now, same problem. What I want to find out, force on pump. Force on pump is denoted with F1. I will use this formula. F1 our small a, area of the small piston. F2 divided by capital A, area of the bigger piston. So this is the formula, and you know area of a circle is denoted with pi r square, and area of the circle is pi r square. So since I want to find out the force F1, so pi r square is dividing here, it will go on the other side, it will be multiply. This pi will be cancelled with this pi. So what will be left? F2 r square divided by capital R square. I repeat, I separate out, since I want to find out the force on pump, which is noted with F1. So I separate this out. So F1 I want to separate. This is dividing. If it is go on the other side of the equation, it will be multiply. So pi will be cancelled with this pi, and what will be left? F2 times r square, small r square, and divided by capital or r square. Now I am just putting the values. F2 is given to me 20,000 Newton, 20,000 Newton, and R I found, I show you. R is I found is 0.15. I am just capital R is 0.15, and we take the square of it. And small r is given to me 0.015. I am just putting this one in this formula. So F2 is 20,000 Newton, R is 0.15, R is 0.15, capital R is 0.15, and small r is 0.015, and small r is 0. Small r, so value of small r is 0.015. If you put this value in this formula, F2 divided by capital R square multiplied by small r square, if you substitute this, so it will be 20,000, right? 0.015 whole square. If you take with the help of the calculator, you will find 0.000225, and 0.15 whole square is 0.0225, right? If you solve with the help of calculator, 20,000 multiplied by 0.00225 divided by 0.0225, you will get 200 answer. The force is found to be 200 Newton. Okay, our result F1, because we want to find out the force on pump, which is denoted with F1. So our result will be force on pump will be 200 Newton. This is our required result. Now I'm moving towards problem 7.12, which is the last numerical of this chapter. First of all, I read the statement of the this numerical 7.12. A steel wire of cross-sectional area 2 multiply 10 raised to the power minus 5 meters square is stretched through 2 millimeter by a force of 4,000 Newton. Find the Young's modulus of the wire. The length of the wire is 2 meters. I repeat statement of the numerical 7.12, which is on page number 166. A steel wire of cross-sectional area 2 times 10 raised to the power minus 5 meters square is stretched through 2 millimeter by a force of 4,000. By a force of 4,000. Find the Young's modulus of the wire. The length of the wire is 2 meters. This numerical is related to the topic Young's modulus. You can find the Young's modulus formula on page number 162. Capital Y is equal to F L naught A delta L. This formula for Young's modulus is given to me on page number 162. As we done the example 7.7, if you understand example 7.7 as we discussed already, so you can understand this very easily. So first of all, I write the given data, and the given data is cross-sectional area of the steel wire is denoted with capital A, which is given to me 2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 5 meter square. And you know the meter square is the unit of area. Again, cross-sectional area of steel wire equals to denoted with capital A. It is given to me 2 times 10 raised to the power minus 5, and the unit of area is meter square. So change in length is also given to me. Change in length is not with delta L. Delta L, whenever you see delta L, it means a small change. So change in length is denoted with letter delta L, which is given to me 2 millimeter. And you know length unit is meter. That's why milli is 10 raised to the power 3, which is 1000. That's why I'm dividing this 1000 to convert this into meter. Millimeter is the smaller unit of the length or the distance, but SI unit of the length is meter. That's why I'm converting milli. As you have studied, milli is 10 to the power minus 3. When it is go down, it will be 1000. So you will divide this 2 divided by 1000. You have converted this into meter, which is the SI unit of the length. And force is given to me 4,000 Newton. Students, you know force is given to me 4,000 Newton, and original length of the wire is denoted with L naught. O stands for original length. Length of the wire is also given to me 2 meters. We don't need to convert this into anything because the SI unit of the length is meter. As we know, the SI unit of the length is meter. It was a smaller unit. I converted this into SI unit, which is a meter, by dividing this 1000. We don't need to convert this. This is already in SI unit, system international. Original length of the wire is also given to me L naught. O means original length is equal to 2 meters. Young's modulus we need to find out. Capital Y, it is noted with capital Y. So formula for Young's modulus is available on page number 162 under equation 7.12. If you can observe or you can see this formula on page 162 under equation 7.12. So Young's modulus formula is F L naught A delta L. So just putting the values, F value is 4,000. This is given to me. Value of force is 4,000, and L naught is 2. I'm just putting the value, and A is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5, and delta L is 0.002. I'm just substituting this value. If you 4,000, if you multiply 4,000 with 2, you will get 8,000. 4,000 multiplied by 2, you will get 8,000 on the top. Then what will be left? This can be written in scientific notation as 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. 2 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. So if you multiply 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, or when the bases are same, power will be added. 10 to the power minus 5 minus 3 The bases are same, power will be added minus 5 minus 3 minus 8. So if you cancel out 4 to the 8, 2000. If you take this one on the top, 10 from minus 8 will be taken on the top, it will be plus 8. So 2000 multiplied by 10 is to the power 8. Again, convert this into scientific. So this, how many zeros for 1000 are? 3 zeros. So 10 is to power 3 and 10 is to power 8, this one. So bases are same, power will be added again. 8 plus 3, it's gonna be 11. So our unit of Young's modulus is Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. You know the length of the length unit is meter. This delta length is unit is meter. So these meter will be cancelled out. So force unit is Newton and area unit is meter per square. Meter per second square. So if you take this on the top, it will be Newton per meter square. Our Young's modulus will be, result is Young's modulus is 2 into 10 to the power 11 Newton m minus 2. Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to the power 11 Newton per meter. I repeat this numerical for you. A steel wire cross-sectional area 2 times 10 to the power minus 5 meter square is stretched to 2 millimeter by a force of 4000 Newton. Find the Young's modulus of the wire. The length of the wire is 2 meter. First of all, I write the given data. Cross-sectional area of a steel wire is capital A, which is given to me 2 times 10 to the minus 5 meters square. Change in length is also given to me delta L, that is 2 millimeter. Because the SI unit of the length is meter, so I divide this with 1000. So 2 divided by 1000, I will get 0.002 meter. So again, force is also given to me, which is 4000 Newton, and original length of the wire is also given. L naught is 2 meter. I will use this formula. Young's modulus formula is F L naught A delta L. You can find this formula on page number 162 under equation 7.12. So F L naught A delta L, just putting the value. Force is 4000 and L naught original length of the wire is 2 meter and area is given to me 2 times 10 to the minus 2 and delta L change in length is 0.002. Just substitute all these values and 4000 multiplied by 2 you will get 8000. So the 0.002 can be written as 2 into 10 power minus 3 into scientific notation. So this two will multiply with this two, it will be 4, and power will, when the bases are same, power will be added. Minus 5 minus 3, it will be minus 8. So 4 to the 8, 2000. So take this one on the top, that will be minus 8, will then it will go on the top, it will be 10 to the power 4, 8, sorry. So when the bases, again the bases are same, power will be added. 8 plus 3 is 11. So our Young's modulus is 2 times 10 to the power 11 Newton per meter square. So Young modulus value is 2 times 10 to the power 11 Newton per meter square. This is the unit of the Newton per meter square is the unit of the Young modulus. Because the unit of length is meter, this length is meter, this meter will be cancelled with this meter at the bottom. Force unit is Newton and area unit is meter per second square. So if you take meter per second square, if you take it on the top, it will be m minus 2. So Young modulus is 2 times 10 from 11 Newton m minus 2. It is my required result. So students, this is the end of this chapter numericals, 7 chapter numericals. So if you have a question regarding this, please feel free to ask. So your homework is solve problem 7.9 to 7.12 on rough register first and then transfer them on neat register once each one time on rough register and one time on the neat register. If you still have questions regarding today's numericals from 7.9 to 7.12, please feel free to ask questions. And if you have any question, if you didn't understand any part of the numerical, please feel free to ask questions. I'm here to answer. Thank you. Rabia, do you have any question? Please unmute your mic and ask questions.